located in the eastern part of the United States, is home to the most data centers in the country. But what is a data center? Well, a data center is a facility composed of networked computers, storage systems, and computing infrastructure that organizations use to assemble, process, store, and distribute large amounts of data. Simply put, you would not be watching this video without a data center. This is where websites are hosted and information uploaded to the cloud. Things such as photos and videos are stored there. As you would imagine, this is very crucial information stored in these data centers. So why is it that Virginia, mostly Northern Virginia, gets to house most of them? One reason has to do with the geography and proximity of Virginia to major markets. Being that Washington, D.C. is near the state, federal government, national defense, and global organizations can use the data centers easily. Not to forget major regions like New York City, Philadelphia, Boston, and Atlanta allow to serve the highly populated areas with low latency, which is essential for business and financial institutions. Another reason is connectivity. Virginia is home to the largest internet exchange point located in Ashburn. Here contains the most extensive fiber optic networks in the world that ensure high speeds and low latency. Due to this reason, there is sufficient capacity to handle vast amounts of internet and cloud traffic nationally and globally. Virginia has a reliable and stable power supply. Data centers have to run all day without interruptions. Even a brief power outage can lead to downtime, disrupting websites and business operations. Additionally, data centers are one of the most power-hungry things out there. This means that vast amounts of electricity are used especially for cooling the thousands of running servers. In order to keep it safe, backup generators and UPS are used in case of an outage. However, since the state's grid is reliable, they are rarely needed but used as an additional layer of security. With the goal of reducing pollution, green power options are also used such as wind, solar, and hydroelectric power. This is because many companies, including major cloud providers, are trying to reduce their carbon footprints. For this electricity usage, Virginia actually offers relatively affordable and stable energy prices, which for data centers is crucial to reduce operating costs and remain competitive. Virginia has also managed to be a business-friendly environment for these data centers. One of the most significant incentives offered is the sales and use tax exemption on equipment purchased for data centers. This dramatically lowers capital expenditure for operations. But for this to apply, companies must meet investment and employment thresholds, in which the data center operator must invest at least $150 million in capital and create a minimum of 50 new jobs. This will make them eligible for the tax breaks while encouraging large-scale investment and job creation in the state. Some localities in Virginia, such as Loudoun County, offer reduced real estate tax rates specifically for data center properties. This helps data center operators lower their ongoing property tax expenses, further improving their financial outlook. The permitting process in Virginia has been simplified for building new data centers for developers to avoid delays and fast-track operations. The state's zoning laws are useful to the development of large-scale industrial facilities. For example, Loudoun County and Prince William County have zoning ordinances that are specifically designed for data center developments, for operators to find suitable land and start construction quickly. The state actively promotes data center investment through the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, working with companies to identify sites, navigate regulatory requirements, and tap into available incentives, offering customized incentive packages for large projects. Virginia's state government supports workforce development initiatives that train local talent for data center jobs. They partner with community colleges and technical institutes aiming to develop a skilled workforce in IT, electrical engineering, and other fields needed by data center operators. This support ensures a steady pipeline of qualified workers. Virginia is home to the big tech companies such as AWS, Microsoft, Google, and Meta. These companies are the ones that have significantly contributed to its standing as one of the largest data center markets globally. AWS, being the world's leading cloud service provider, has divided its data centers into availability zones. Microsoft has its Azure Cloud Infrastructure, which is the second largest cloud provider. It has partnered with local energy provider Dominion Energy to secure renewable energy for its data centers. Google provides cloud computing, data storage, and AI services to businesses and developers. Their data centers in Virginia benefit from the region's access to undersea cables that connect the U.S. to Europe, Latin America, and Africa. This allows Google to efficiently route global internet traffic to serve customers worldwide. Meta operates massive data centers in Virginia, particularly in Henrico County, where it built one of its largest facilities. Meta's data centers support the company's social media platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, also supporting artificial intelligence workloads and virtual reality projects. Of course, these data centers contribute to the state's economy. Let us see how. Number 1 is employment. Data centers require mostly tech-savvy employees, namely IT professionals, engineers, and technicians who ensure continuous and efficient operations. Data centers also require staff to manage physical infrastructure, including cooling, electrical systems, and physical security. Since data centers are power-intensive facilities, electrical engineers, energy managers, and power system operators are needed to maintain power supply systems, manage energy use, and ensure redundancy. Collectively, these jobs are high-paying considering their importance. Some are employed indirectly by the data centers. This includes people like the construction workers and architects. Data centers rely on vendors and suppliers for hardware such as servers, storage devices, networking gear, software, and energy infrastructure, hence providing jobs to them. Let us get statistical for a minute here. As of 2024, Northern Virginia houses approximately 400 to 500 data centers. Virginia has a total of about 600 data centers across the state. This number includes facilities spread throughout Northern Virginia and other regions like Richmond and Virginia Beach. According to a 2023 study by the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, the data center industry contributes approximately $22 billion annually to the state's GDP. This is a major driver of Virginia's technology industry, supporting thousands of jobs and generating substantial revenue for the local businesses. As with most things, data centers have their problems too. First, they cause noise pollution. Large hyperscale facilities tend to generate significant noise from cooling systems, backup generators, and other equipment. Residents are not happy about this and have expressed their concerns. This is more noticeable in otherwise quiet residential areas. 2 is the vast amounts of electricity used. This raises concerns about their impact on local power grids and overall energy consumption. The high energy demand can strain local resources and lead to increased electricity costs for residents. 3 is the construction and operation of data centers have raised concerns about land use, habitat disruption, and carbon emissions. Even though many data centers are investing in renewable energy and energy-efficient technologies, some community members worry about the long-term environmental footprint of these facilities. Water usage is another major problem. Seeing that the data centers use massive amounts of water for cooling purposes, this affects water resources around the state, especially areas experiencing water scarcity. Large data center facilities ruin the view, especially in scenic or residential areas. The scale and architecture of these buildings change the character of local neighborhoods and impact property prices. To make up for these problems caused to the local communities, these data centers are involved in social responsibilities. AWS invests in community programs, education initiatives, workforce development, and STEM programs. Microsoft engages in community outreach programs, including grants and donations to local organizations, support for education, and partnerships with local nonprofits. They focus on areas such as digital skills training and economic development. Google supports the local communities through grants, educational initiatives, and partnerships with local organizations. They invest in programs that promote digital literacy, coding skills, and local economic development. Meta engages with local communities through funding for educational programs, support for local businesses, and partnerships with community organizations. In conclusion, Virginia's status as the top U.S. data center hub is due to its strategic location, robust connectivity, and favorable business environment. Its proximity to major markets, reliable power, and tax incentives attract big tech companies, driving economic growth. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to see more. Lastly, you can watch any of the videos shown on screen, and I will see you next time.